Okay, so the frets look decent, but I was looking at it as I was oiling the neck or oiling the fretboard, and I feel like they could use some polishing. So if it only takes me 15 minutes or 10 minutes to do this, it's worth it. In reality, it actually ended up taking about 20 minutes. Still worth it. I'll just be using some Meguiars 105 Ultra Cut Compound, which is the same stuff I actually use for my first phase of buffing when I do a body. I'll squirt a little bit of that 105 there in a little plastic container. Take a Q-tip. I'm going to use this fret guard here to just put a little bit of polish on, not a lot. Actually going to turn the speed of the Dremel down. We'll start with it at the lowest setting, 5,000 RPM. Yeah, go higher than that. Go up to 15. You could tell as I was touching the polishing wheel to the frets, it was bogging down the Dremel, so that's why I turned it up a little higher. And if you can't tell, I'm actually doing some voiceover work here on this video, and some of the speaking will be live while I was recording the video, like right here. And with the Dremel, you can see it only took a couple seconds. And look at the difference between the first fret and the second fret there. These look okay on their own, but then when you see it next to a nice polished fret, and that is way shinier, that's also going to let the strings slide across that fret a lot easier. So if you're doing some vibrato or something, like that's going to be a lot nicer than this, which has some oxidation on it. You can see a huge difference between these two that have been polished and these two that haven't. Let's polish them while I got you guys up in here close. I'm using this fret guard here because I want to isolate the fret. I don't want to be getting polish all over the fretboard that's nice and clean, so you can put a little bit of polish on there with a Q-tip. And then we come in there. And this isn't even with like sanding or anything. This is just polish on a Dremel with a little buffing wheel. And look at that. Gorgeous. See how dull the rest of those frets are. And look how beautiful these freshly polished frets are. Now I'll continue to just work my way down the rest of the neck. This is one of those things that make a big difference in the feel and the look of the guitar. So if you're going to be working on your guitar, changing the strings, polishing it up, this is something that only takes about 20 minutes to do with the Dremel and makes a big difference. And look at that. They look gorgeous. Beautiful frets, nice hydrated fretboard. This thing looks great.